You do not need to wait for a bureau, a TEDx invite, or a million followers. You can start your speaking career literally today, in the next 24 hours if you want to, with these 3 moves. Now, these are not going to be easy moves, because if you're talking about having a desirable speaking career, one that makes you income while making an amazing impact, that's a cool thing, right? If you want to have anything cool and worthwhile, it takes energy. It should be hard, and hard is a path to anything. Now, I'm not saying this to be a deterrent, just an awareness piece, because if you think about it, anything you're already proud of in life was hard to attain. Impossible is a different thought. Hard, normal and natural, right? Because here's the thing. Most aspiring speakers think the start of their career is going to be some big break, right? They're going to get seen, all of a sudden it takes off. The truth is, careers start with simple actions that compound into big momentum over time. I literally tell people, do not go big, go small in the biggest way possible, right? For this video, I'm going to give you 3 easy, practical ways to start speaking today. Now, just because you start today doesn't mean you start to charge high, crazy fees today, but you'll get there at some point in time, right? So here's point number 1, we'll call it. Way number 1, obviously, is going to be start where you have influence. Like a place where you are already in a position of people going, this is an awesome human being. This person's got some information we could use, or they're like us, right? Do not overlook your current circles. Now, I will say this, your current circle scares you. The people you know, like, ask them for help. Like, yeah, I get that it can be a scary thing. And I know it can be a scary thing because for me, when I look at my world, like, I didn't want to be in a position where someone told me no and I knew them personally because I'd have to see them again. Or I go, oh, I don't want to have you say no, then I got to see you again at some point. Like, that'd be crazy. So I was apprehensive to ask for help. But I found that over time, the more I asked for help, those people wanted to see me win. Like, they knew what I was talking about. They knew me. The audience wanted me to do well, right? So what I found is you can find work presentations, community groups around your community, schools, maybe the church you go to. See, every talk is a rep that builds skill and proof. You start with people who already trust you. Now, in time, you'll go beyond them, but I believe to begin with, it's good to start and cut your teeth internally. We have a client named Ed who started his entire career by doing things in his current career and speaking internally. And then as he was building in, he started realizing, look, I got a lot of great influence and I got a lot of great feedback. Like, this actually is something I could take beyond this actual company here. Let me go do that thing. And so Ed was able to put together a structure to build outside of his current company. He's actually been brought back to his company and been paid to go do what he does, right? It's kind of cool. But then you also have people that are finding themselves in a position where sometimes if you're speaking in a space that you're already from, you sometimes don't get the same respect. This is an interesting way for me to, I guess, infuse this into this conversation. I say you start with people that are, those you know, work presentations, community groups, but eventually you'll find it gets to a stagnation. And what I have noticed at times is that sometimes people get to positions where they are now at this higher level and people know who they are and see them doing well and don't like that they're doing well. It's weird to say it this way, but there's this thought that a prophet is never appreciated at home. Like, if you're like me, I played professional football. I find it's a little more difficult to go back to teams that I used to play for or against in the NFL because I was just the guy that used to speak or used to play football just like we did, right? It's not the one of our guys. But say you bring a psychologist in or someone that doesn't know anything about football but might know the same things that I know mentally at this point, they're going to get more traction. We might have the exact same informational knowledge, but because I'm from that world, I might not get the exact same respect. It's counterintuitive, but it happens. I know people that are working in, let's say they're police officer, law enforcement, and they find it's hard to get booked for law enforcement. Why? Because they see you in the audience as just one of them up there, just out there talking. Who knows this person's talking about? And your stories are relative to what they are. Like, it's similar. But if you go to a place, let's say a dentist, right, convention, but you come from law enforcement, they don't know your world. It's unique and new to them. So they're going like, oh, shoot, this is awesome conference. I've never heard of that story. It's crazy, right? What's a crazy story to them might be a very normalized story to a group that just already knows you. So in the long run, you're going to want to expand beyond your current demographic. But to begin with, cut your teeth by speaking where you already have influence. People already know you. Like, you don't want to overlook the fact you have a current circle right now that you could serve. And also don't worry about, I don't know, maybe damaging a relationship. If you do a good job, you're not going to damage a relationship. And if you do a bad job and you apologize, You'll be fine, but don't worry about messing something up with someone you know, because truthfully, they want to see you win. You probably won't mess it up. That's the first piece. Number two, the way number two to get yourself started right now is to hey, I hope you're enjoying this video right now. Now, I want to let you know that I developed a speaker quiz that reveals what your speaker type is, the strength of your type, and more importantly, how to capitalize on that type to build an impactful and income-producing speaking business. To get this quiz and take it and get the information you need, simply hit the link you see below in the description, or you can wait till the end of the video to head over and check it out. All right, that's it. Let's get back to it. Share your message online. That's the fastest place to get access to people that want to hear what you have to say, right? You have a message and you want to put it out there. First off, let's start with this. You have to have a message. You can't just start telling stories and have different topics and ideas. You can't be repeating and regurgitating information that somebody else is sharing. You can't just go out there and go, work hard. That's how you have success. I've heard that a million times, maybe actually a million times. You're not unique in that. Right? So a message must be unique and valuable and separate from anybody else's message. So whatever your message is to the world should grab attention in a way that only you can, because only you are saying that thing. So when I talk about the idea of doing dark work, no one else is talking about doing dark work, the actual dark work concept, right? That's my message and I get to share it online. So what you have to do to get yourself, we'll call it speaking, is speak in that manner. Utilize those tools to do it. So go live, like literally go live, hit go, start delivering a talk. You may go like, well, I got to do the whole engage with the audience. No, you don't. You can do whatever you want. If they want to stay, they can stay. If they don't want to stay, they can leave. But that doesn't mean anything. In the long run, you getting started speaking is getting started speaking on whatever stage you can find. That might be a stage in front of people. It might be a stage in front of their phone. Right? Your goal is to get out there and start speaking and sharing your message online. Post some reels, record short teaching clips. Online speaking builds visibility and confidence in both you and somebody watching you, contemplating if you could be a fit for their audience. This doubles as content for your speaking reel also. So if you have a great setup like this, you can make a great setup and you can go live from your phone, go live. You can find the tech to set up the thing to make it look really cool. Like what you're watching right now, I could in fact stream this on Instagram Live. You go to StreamYard, which is an actual tool that can stream to Instagram, get the right setup to feed in as a camera feed, get a microphone, which you can find some cheap wireless ones nowadays for $100, and you could do this exact same thing. You want a good camera? There's one called an Opal C1. Go grab that camera. There's a bunch of other cameras you can buy as well that allow you to have what's called a DSLR kind of look with it, or go buy a DSLR. This is a Sony A6600 with a, I believe it's an Optima lens, I want to say it is, or it's a Sigma lens, a Sigma fixed 30 millimeter lens is what it is. And get this look, that's $1,000-ish for the setup. And now you can do streaming live, clips live, and now you have footage. I could use this exact footage for a story reel if I wanted to, a speaker reel, whatever you want to call it. I call it a story reel, different conversation. But the idea is everything you need can be done here, and then go do it. Go do the thing. Don't wait. Just go do the thing, right? Share your message in whatever way you can online and be adamant that you believe it's going to change the world, and then change the world with it. And that changing the world takes time, refinement. You get knocked down, you get back up. It's a back and forth journey, but you got to share your message online, right? It's the most important thing to get speaking into your flow of day-to-day operation now. Now, number three, very simple, is I'm going to say speak for free. I don't absolutely love doing this unless there's a strategy. But if you're just getting started, you want to just get going, go do it for free. I'm talking Chamber of Commerce, the nonprofits, the B&I, Business Networking International, the Rotary Club, small businesses, they always need speakers. They want people to come in and talk. And if you can present yourself for free, and you don't say for free, don't go, I'm speaking for free. What you do is go, hey, look, I speak all over the country. Every month I want to do a pro bono speech. I like to choose local companies. Would you like to take advantage of the pro bono speech this month? So you're not saying I'm doing it for free. You're saying I get paid to do this, but I'm going to do it for free. But I also typically charge, right? So now they go, oh, there's value with this person. I'm getting something of value for free. Let's do it, right? So you go out there and do your thing. Now, what are you grabbing from this? Well, you're offering value now to get testimonials, referrals, and footage. Like testimonials are a great thing. You need to have great testimonials. You need to have something that has three different types. One's going to be, what was it like to work with you leading up to it? So a person that's looking to book you knows what it's like to work with you, how easy, how smooth, how consistent, whatever it was to work with you. Secondly, they want to be able to say, hey, what was it like watching, what was the experience of that person on stage? Great energy. I love the jokes. They flow. They look super confident, right? Third thing is, what is the takeaway? What does this audience member now have from having watched you speak on stage, right? So testimonials are great. Then get referrals. Hey, do you know anybody who books speakers? Or do you book speakers? If they say yes to either of those, set up a conversation to get that person's contact info or talk to them about when and where they might need a speaker. And then you got to get footage. There's something you can get called a PIVO, a PIVO. There's even some knockoff versions on Amazon that work just as well, that you can set it on a desk where you're speaking, put your phone there, hook a microphone to your phone and put a lapel on and give a speech. It'll track you as you go. It'll move with you. So when you move, it moves. When I move, you move. Just like that. You know what I'm talking about, right? The idea is you can now get great footage of you speaking without having to hire a videographer. What you would pay for a videographer one time, right? You get to have all the footage you need ongoing with these different setups and tools. Put on a tripod so it's at eye level. You can do whatever you want with this thing. But the idea is now you're in position to have great footage to use later on. Because one free gig can lead to 3 paid gigs if you ask the right conversational questions, if you have the right introductions, if you just ask for introductions, like literally just asking, do you know somebody who books speakers? Like I've found that for me in the beginning, I was apprehensive to do it. I would go, I want to give a speech. I hope they like me enough to tell somebody else about me. Hope isn't a strategy. Hope doesn't work. It's not built into the process of having you be successful. What you have to do is strategically think about, how do I do this thing here? And if I do it for free, like say I give a free speech, how does this free speech lead into another paid speech? The people watching you give a free talk don't know you were there for free. And if they do ask, you can say, that was a pro bono. I only do 1 per month. I'm booked out to the rest of the year, but I am for the free ones, but I do speak for a fee. Would you like to talk about me coming to speak to your company? Well, now I'm in a position to have a discussion ongoing about going to get paid. And I have multiple different referrals from one free event, one free speech. And you don't even have to wait for them to put an event on. You can ask them, hey, we want to put a special event on virtually or in person for me to come talk. There's a multitude of ways to do it, but you got to get creative. You got to put yourself out there, because if you want to speak, it's because you have a message in your heart, and your job is to get the message out of your heart. And you got to do what it takes to get that into the world, because no one's going to do it for you. No one's going to go into the world and go, hey, I really want you to start doing this thing. So can I help build your business? Not how it works, right? Now here's we'll call it a bonus 4th idea. Start building your speaking page. Even if your speaking page, I don't mean a speaking site, right? You can have a site at some point in time, but if you just get a single page that's tied to a URL, it's a scroll down page with all the details right there, and the buttons to press to do something is to contact you. It's a pop-up, name, phone number, email, and then a comment section. What are you looking for me to talk to you about or talk to your audience about? Just something like that. Now what you have is, it could have a simple bio, a few photos of you, 2 to 3 talking topics, not different keynotes, but topics you talk about that it will explain what you do. But you have one single keynote that looks professional, and it gives planners something tangible to say yes to. You're going to be in so much better position to get yourself booked and paid. Now you might think, I got to go crazy, make this crazy, amazing page. You need to have a page, right? Go to Fiverr, go to Upwork, go to one of these freelancer places, get somebody to build a page for you that's got simple structure of your bio, a photo, what your 2 or 3 talking topics are, a keynote description with takeaways, some inclusions for you as a speaker. Throw testimonials up there as you get the testimonials, and then have a contact place to contact you. Like, it's really not that hard, but having something tangible, something real, it separates you from everybody else who's just out there saying, here's my bio, I'm a speaker, where have you spoken? Oh, nowhere in the last 6 months. That doesn't help anybody, right? And if you want to just get started speaking, you don't have to wait until you get these crazy ducks in a row. Just get started. Like, that's what I did. And the more you do it, the more you lean in, the more you know, the more you learn you don't know things, but the more traction you get, the more conversations you have, the more rejection you get, that gives you clarity of how to not get rejected in the future. And that's the big thing, knowing what to say and more so what not to say. So truth is, You do not need permission to start your dream of speaking in this industry. You just need action. These 3 steps can launch your speaking career literally today if you choose to do it. So again, start where you have influence already. Then from there, share your message online, create content, get it out there, and then speak for free where you need to get yourself, we'll call it skill set developed, but also get yourself into a position to really get more conversations, more referrals, and build from there. Now, if you want help with this, so actual blueprint of how to do all this from like nothing to your first talk to get paid to give a keynote, go to speaktofreedom.com. You'll see everything we do that helps people like yourself get started from scratch. Even if you're already speaking, it shows you how to scale up even beyond what you're currently doing right now. If it's not the time for you to do that, totally okay. I do a lot of videos just like this. So wherever you see the next one pop up, click that, watch it, and I'll see you in that next video.